And third period. Hey, this is going to be Tuesday, October 22nd. Big picture homework is due tomorrow. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Story test corrections are due next Monday. Then it gets deleted off my page. I do have a bag of suckers left, but if you're at home watching this, they're probably gone by now. And then those of you gone, make sure you talk to me about iPad-y thing when you come back tomorrow. We'll talk about student revolution and fun things from there. This does nothing for you now. It's just my reminder to tell you. Let's see. It's there. Short story test. You can still do the fixie-fixie thing for next week, and then you're good to go. And homeworky. We just took a look at it here in class so I could show kids what it is. Essentially, you're going to be finding one of those pictures on that thing we just went to, and from there you're going to be writing 3 similes and 3 metaphors about what's in that picture. And so we'll talk about today about how to turn similes into metaphors and stuff like that to try and help you out. And then once again, that's where the little link is. You hit buttony thing there, and then you're good to go. That apparently doesn't go away because it hates me. And then covered that. So we started going over those with you guys. We'll have to come back and torture more kids in a moment. We'll go from there. We'll come back to that one. All right. So then we did that. If you're having trouble turning or figuring out how to write a metaphor, most kids seem to be able to figure out how to do similes without too much of a trouble. But if you have trouble doing a metaphor, create a simile and then remove the like or as. So if you're trying to come up with one, you're like, I can't do a metaphor. Like, well, go with, you are as dumb as a box of rocks. Then take out your as, and it becomes, you are a dumb box of rocks. Now it becomes a metaphor. If you go, your eyes are as blue as the ocean, that's a simile. Turn it into a metaphor, and it becomes,
your eyes are blue ocean.
There you go. If you say, your shirt is like the dark night sky, turning it into a metaphor becomes?
Your shirt is the dark night sky.
So metaphors are not hard. It's just similes with subtraction. So if you can create a simile, you just pull out the other bits and then you have a metaphor.
Subtraction is math.
I know. I can do subtraction, like loss of points. So hopefully that helps you out on that one. So now, let's see, so there, on that one, we're going to come back to it.
What is that?
That's my question to you guys. Do you know what this is?
It's a mime.
Right. Do you know what these are? Because I'm going to be showing you similes and metaphors in a moment, and they're going to talk about a mime, and they're going to talk about sardines, and I realize that you guys might not know what a mime is, so I figured I should make sure you have some awareness. And then if you don't know what sardines are, and then they always talk about sardines, and they get like packed into these little containers and stuff like that, so hopefully that helps you out a wee bit. We're going to come back to the torturing of Rosie and Kaylee in a moment. I have a thing to do first. Got that. So what we're going to do is take a look at a poem which has a bunch of similes, metaphors, and nothings at all. And we're going to see how well you can figure out the similes, the metaphors, and the nothings at alls in there. The first two we're going to do as a class. Then I get to start individually picking on you to see how well you can figure it out. So the first, we're going to do it line by line. And once again, as always, yes, is just don't make mistakes and you're fine. Isn't it so simple? You're welcome. So first line, you have, my father is a man with hair like a rainbow. Simile, metaphor, or none of the above?
Simile.
How do you know it's a simile?
Like.
What two nouns are being compared?
Man and hair.
Ooh, let's try this again. What's the first noun being compared?
Your father's hair. Man.
So I have a lot of pictures.
Father's hair.
Father's hair.
So I have, let's go with, who says father's hair?
Rainbow.
Who says man? Alright, so father's hair?
Yeah.
No, it's just father.
So just father.
No, it's just hair.
So just hair.
The first one.
Oh, hair.
The first one is father.
It's definitely
Hair.
hair. It's not just father, it's a rainbow. It's the hair.
Here's the fun part.
Man is a hair rainbow.
We're only on question 1.
Hair.
So,
Hair.
so do we have hair?
Yes.
Victor, you say not hair.
Father. What?
Oh, you say you had your ears covered. So you say, so hair? Is
Yes.
hair the first one?
Yeah.
I agree, hair's the first one. What's the second thing being compared?
Rainbow.
Nice enough. Why are we comparing the hair to a rainbow?
Because his hair is colorful.
There you go.
His hair is silky.
Colorful, not because it's made of water droplets, not because you can find it in the air, but part of it is figuring out why, and not because it's circular like a head, but I'm assuming, once again, probably because it's full of color. Alright, let's try number 2. Children think his nose is a large red tomato.
Metaphor.
Metaphor? All right. What two nouns are being compared?
Nose and tomato.
Hang on. First noun is?
Nose.
Okay. Second noun is?
Tomato.
Hey, we got much more confident on that one. Why are we comparing nose to a tomato?
Because it's
And it's big.
Now, do we have a volunteer to be brave and take on the next one? We do. Googleton.
Oh no.
I'm proud of you. Ready? So you're going to do the whole thing that's up there. Ready? His feet seem to be small, flat-bottomed boats. They're large in size, lacking the ability to float. In that stanza, simile, metaphor, or is there nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
So you're saying there's nothing in there at all, correct? Oh, Canadian?
I think that there's a metaphor.
Where do you see a metaphor?
His feet seem to be small, flat-bottomed boats.
She says metaphor.
Scary. Scary.
What are you going with, though?
Well, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice it said boats.
Okay.
So
It was tricky about hiding it right there.
I know. I know it's not none of them,
Okay.
but simile
Simile.
because it says seems to be, not is, are flat bottom boats.
A what?
Why are you covering your ears?
Wait, what did he say?
He said simile.
Earplug.
Why are you covering your ears?
Because it's a scary orchestra.
You say metaphor? Why not simile?
Because it doesn't say like or as.
Does it have to have like or as?
Yes.
Yes. Does it?
I don't know. If only there were notes right in front of you.
Fine. No, not fine.
What are you going with?
By using the words like or as.
Well, okay.
Aren't you so proud that you volunteered? I'm proud of you, Google.
Fine. It's okay. Fine. It's not.
Don't let them yell at you. You be strong.
But I feel like seem is like the same kind of thing.
I agree.
as
It is sort of long. I agree. It's probably not the strongest one, so I understand your confusion on that one. So ignore the seam and go from there.
Okay, metaphor.
I agree. Nice one.
I mean, it's the seams, and
I
that's
agree.
like the same thing
That
as
you were
looks.
trying to be strong on that one. Don't listen to the haters. That's what haters do.
What could have been
It is a metaphor. But you're not done yet.
Oh.
What are the two nouns being compared?
His feet and boats.
So what's the first noun is?
Feet,
Okay, and the second one is?
boats.
Okay, you had his in there. I got excited for a second. And then why are we comparing his feet to boats?
Because his feet are really big.
Nice one. Good job, Google.
It
See,
says
nice.
small.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Now,
Well, I mean, normally when you say
Google,
boats.
don't listen to him. You're right. Because, wait, have you ever seen a boat?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
So if you're saying his feet are boats, what are we saying about his feet? Here's what's throwing you off, is the word small. You're comparing his foot to a small boat. But even if it's a small boat,
It's still big.
it's still a big foot. That's what called big brain trying to trick you. Thank you. Now, with Google's strength, is anyone brave enough to take on the next one?
No. Me.
No, so we are. All right, vote. You ready? His face is painted with colors so bright, or sometimes it is snow, a pale, eerie white.
It's a.
Don't whack it, don't whack it.
It's not up to me.
Yes, it is! It is up to you! You're the one holding it!
Just like Claire's shirt says, I'm a robot.
It's
It is.
metaphor.
Metaphor?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Hang on, whoa. You disagree on metaphor? Oh, I got. You disagree on metaphor?
I'm not looking at
Okay.
I agree. Metaphor. Nicely done. Comparing what two things?
comparing the paint to his face, or his face to being bright.
Hang on, what's the first noun?
Face.
And the second noun?
Bright.
Bright.
That's super
His face and colors.
Face and colors. We're good to go on that one, correct?
Earplug.
Eeks, you're covering your ears?
He was about to smack it! He was about to smack it!
Who's that? Eeks, are you disagreeing on that? Or are we good to go?
I am.
Why are you disagreeing on face and colors?
Because I am.
Okay, so what do you say it is?
Because it is. Because it's face and snow.
Oh, he says face and snow.
he's right.
No, it's face and colors.
Its face is
It's not even that loud.
No,
colors make up your face.
What are you going with, vote? What's your vote?
Face and
Smiles.
And yours is face and colors?
Yeah.
That was good.
Wait.
I told you.
Because the metaphor itself
It's not actually
sometimes it
So, what is the next thing? Face and?
pain.
Pain? No, that's what you're feeling.
No.
Snow? I would agree. Comparing, you're not done yet. Why are we comparing his face and snow?
Because his face is painted. Like
What?
Which is what color?
White.
No, because the face is painted white.
Z's. Are you feeling brave now?
I want you to do it.
Ready? Animals everywhere, people be ticket buying, his silly little dances, cheering kids who are crying. So what'd you say it was?
It's nothing.
You're sure? That's what you're going with? Nothing. That's correct. All right, Reynolds.
That was boring.
All it's only because you got it right. All the people around him laugh near and far as he and 15 friends unload from the car.
Wait. Nothing.
It's a clown.
You're saying I did 2 in a row of nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Why did you do it to the smart kids?
Probably not a smart kid.
Wait, big brain.
Yes.
Bruce, you had your ears covered.
All right, move.
I have a question.
Yes.
But it has an ass.
It does. Oh, I forgot about pointing that. Right. It does have an as. And I forgot if I was
It's
being
a
big brained.
It's a conjunction.
It's just being used.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I should have gone back and pointed to it to try and mess you up, but I got distracted.
Oh,
I
Mr.
know.
Brovicast.
I know.
Wait, it's after a comma. Why is it uppercase?
Because it just capitalizes the first because it's a poem.
Oh.
All right, move. Their small, colorful bodies all spilling out like midgets in Hawaiian shirts covered with trout. You said, what is it? Nicely done. Now, here's the tough part. The 2 nouns. This is why this is the challenging one.
The bodies.
So you're saying...
The first one is
And the second one?
the second one is midgets.
I am a
Or
midget.
no.
I can relate.
Yes.
Midgets?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Comparing the bodies to the midgets because they're all packed into a car. All right, Isaac, you had your hand up. You feel strong now?
That's 5 seconds.
I hate to see him nowadays when given a pie, white creamy frosting like glue on his eyes.
On his eyes. Icing.
I hate to see
Frosting,
I
not
want to say a
icing.
simile.
But is that what you're going to say or just what you want to say?
Yeah, I'm going to say simile.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yay.
What's the first noun being compared?
Frosting.
Okay. Second noun being compared?
Glue.
And what do they have in common?
They're white and they both ended up landing on his face.
No.
Well, close. They're white and they're both sticky, but we'll give you that one.
Sticky.
And then our next brave person.
Oh.
Really? All right, Hartman.
Wait, frosting.
Juggling 6 objects, screaming ferrets or bowling pins, his arms moving so fast, it's just a whirlwind. What'd you say? Oh, you seem strong. Good job. What's the first noun?
Arms.
Okay. What's the second noun? Okay. Why are we comparing his arms to a whirlwind?
Because they're moving fast.
Spinning fast.
Good job, third grade.
Fight me.
Are you mad because he's like barely saying it? Or are you mad because like he got it right?
Got it right. Nothing but laughter as they fall to the ground. My poor darling father, my father.
No, actually, I don't want to go.
clown.
I didn't.
There's no end in this.
I want to do it again.
Just the last stanza. I was just giving you the last stanza in it.
I'm
What's the
smart.
metaphor?
Now, in notebook, make a little scribbly line underneath your last notey thing. And here's where we're going to practice for the homework.
I already did the homework.
So on the bell work, scribbly line, you're going to need about 3 blank lines. If you've run out of room, go to your next bell work page. Put date and title on there, and you'll be good to go. I'm going to show you a picture, and you're going to write 2 similes and 2 metaphors about what you see in picture. This is a rare Venezuelan sink demon. So you are going to have to write similes and metaphors about what you see in picture.
No, my sister's a sink demon.
You can write about the eyes, the sink, the water, the fur, its anger whiskers, the bottle of anti-demon liquid that's over there. But you're going to do, so write 2 similes and then 2 metaphors. And here's where we get to come back and pick on Rosie and Kaylee to go through and do their stuff.
I did the cat's eyes. Wait,
That's only if you pay attention to the directions. I figured most kids are going to be lazy and just go off my words. If you follow the directions, it's different than what I say. It depends on if you want to be lazy and listen to me, or go big brain and read the words. Most kids are lazy.
I was on, when I put it on a different side, do I put the same date as I did on
That's
the
fine. Either way.
Goodbye.
Tomorrow will be another day to torture Rosie and Kaylee, because we're going to be going over the homework that is due. We didn't quite get to all the joy today.